Chinese President Xi Jinping held talks on Tuesday with Kim Jong-un, the leader of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, during Kim's fourth visit to China in less than a year. The two leaders vowed to further advance bilateral relations, as this year marks the 70th anniversary of the country's diplomatic ties. The two sides also agreed to advance the political settlement on the Korean Peninsula issue and contribute to regional peace. President Xi said China supports another meeting between Kim and U.S. President Donald Trump and hopes they will meet each other halfway. Xi said China stands ready to work with the DPRK and relevant parties to play a positive and constructive role in realizing denuclearization on the peninsula and maintaining peace and stability in the region. Kim said he hopes to further consolidate the DPRK-China friendship and boost exchanges and cooperation between the two sides. Kim also stressed DPRK's commitment to denuclearization and said he will make efforts for a second summit with President Trump. Prior to the talks, President Xi held a welcoming ceremony for Kim at the Great Hall of the People. After the talks, Xi and his wife Peng Liyuan hosted a welcome banquet for Kim and his wife Ri Sol-ju, after which they watched an art performance together. Later on Wednesday, the two leaders pledged to enhance inter-party and bilateral relations during another meeting. The DPRK leader also visited a pharmaceutical plant in the southeast suburbs of Beijing on the same day.
The State Science and Technology Awards, China's most prestigious science award event. Liu Yongtan and Qian Jihu won the country's weightiest honors this year. President Xi Jinping granted award medals and certificates to them at the annual ceremony. Premier Li Keqiang gave a speech and paid tribute to Chinese scientists for their great contributions since China's reform and opening up. Liu Yongtan is a radar expert. His latest findings could allow for more accurate readings of long-distance signals on land, air, and sea. Liu said his accomplishments wouldn't have amounted to what they are today without a bit of luck and much support from his country. Defense engineer Qian Jihu is the other top honor recipient. Over the past 60 years, he has helped China build an indestructible steel Great Wall underground. The protective infrastructure is just like a heavy shield to protect the country from damage by potential wartime enemies. Qian also planned the underground spaces for more than 20 key fortified cities, providing reliable foundations for China's future cities. More than 200 individuals and organizations have been recognized for their contributions to natural science, technological invention, and promoting science and technology progress.
Opening a new chapter in mankind's space endeavor. China's Chang'e 4 landed in the Van Karman crater in the South Pole Aitken Basin. The probe then sent back 3 images which show its landing site and the place where its rover will be heading to roam and survey.
The key reason for this successful landing is the relay satellite, which was launched in May. Its smooth transit and operation provided communication between the Earth and the probe. It can be said that China has created a revolutionary technology for lunar exploration.
The successful landing of Chang'e 4 marks another key step for China's future lunar exploration. But scientists say there are still many challenges ahead, and global collaboration is expected to play a bigger role in China's deep space ambitions. The Chang'e 4 consists of 2 parts, a lander and a rover, and the 2 carry 8 mission instruments, including 2 which were jointly designed by Chinese scientists and their counterparts in Sweden and Germany. After almost 7 hours of operation, the new rover Yutu-2 has finally rolled down from the lander, leaving its first footprints on the far side of the Moon. The Jade Rabbit 2 will survey lunar terrain during the Moon's daytime, which lasts until January the 12th. After that, a 14-day-long moon night is expected to come.
While during the Moon's nighttime, the rover will enter a dormant state. It will store away its solar panels, just like sleeping and being covered with a quilt.
Experts say the Yutu-2 faces more challenges than the Yutu, As its landing area, the Aitken Basin is the largest, deepest, and oldest crater in the solar system.
One of the major challenges for the rover is the natural environment on the far side of the moon. This is a first for mankind in terms of exploration of the far side of the moon. Rocks, craters, and a soft lunar soil are all concerns.
The Yutu, or Jade Rabbit, is a symbol of kindness, purity, and agility. Although the Jade Rabbit 2 is also designed to work for 3 months, scientists hope it can complete its exploration and have a more stable and long journey.
Breaking ground on its first factory outside of the United States, Tesla is looking to churn out its first mass-market electric vehicle from China.
It's very important that the world transition to sustainable transport and sustainable energy generation, so solar, battery storage, and electric vehicles. And China has been a world leader in that transition. So we look forward to helping accelerate that transition along with other electric car companies in China.
The event coincided with a vice ministerial level trade discussion between China and the U.S. in Beijing. The result of the negotiations could impact U.S. car manufacturers doing business in China, including Tesla. In the last 2 months, Tesla slashed prices on its different models in China 3 times, the second of which happened right after China's finance ministry announced it would suspend additional tariffs on U.S.-made vehicles and auto parts for 3 months. The price cuts, Tesla says, are to make their cars more affordable for customers in the world's top auto market, a market that can either make or break a car manufacturer.
Our goal is to try to get the all cars to be electric. And still, even in China, electric cars are still a small percentage of the total number of cars sold. So we think the opportunity is very significant for all companies.
The Tesla factory in China will also be the country's first car plant that's wholly owned by a foreign company, a reflection of China's will to open up its car sector even further.
The opening up policies have been a steady movement towards opening, and we feel very optimistic about the long-term future. We think the direction has been great.
Tesla says it's aiming to complete the initial construction of the plant by the summer and begin manufacturing by the end of the year. The company's CEO adds that the cars produced in the facility would be exclusively sold to Greater China.
I don't speak Chinese, so it was very difficult when I first came here to order anything online. But lately, I would say almost everything in this apartment, or in this room at least, is purchased online.
What changed Ian Sato's shopping experience in China is a website called Baopaos. It helps non-Chinese speakers to shop on Taobao and Tmall, 2 Chinese sites powered by e-commerce giant Alibaba.
So it's definitely convenient, but also the cost is really much better, as well as the convenience.
The website was co-founded by 3 American expats in Shanghai in 2016. In less than 3 years, it has sold over 2 million products and generated over $14 million in revenue.
China is arguably the best place in the world to shop online. You know, we're a massive platform, and we sell everything from from this watch to clothing, apparel, electronics, appliances, you name it.
Baopao's success also put a big smile on the face of Huan Jinghe, whose Christmas accessories business has been affected by the uncertainties of international trade.
Most of our products were exported in the past, but that has been badly impacted by the complicated international politics of recent years. Nowadays, our products sell very well domestically through e-commerce platforms.
Baopaos says its next step will be to put better quality and more affordable Chinese goods online.
We think we've done a really good job here domestically serving expats living in China. But really the next step is how can we bring it global? And so we have some things in the work, and we hope in 2019 we can start shipping all over the world.